guys, today I'm going to be sharing with you my week's planner, and I know that I did not share last week with you guys, like the decorating, or I didn't film last week. So this is what I ended up doing. I used a kit from, well, it wasn't actually a kit, it was pieces of different, it was parts of kits where that Fern Creek stickers had been going out of business, and I just took several different planner type those kits, and I just made a kit anyway. But it works out. It's Easter. That's the way it looks. So I'm going to flip over here and I'm going to show you. This is what, no, this is what I think you're supposed to be seeing. I didn't show you this either, I don't think. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But here's what that looks like. And then there's that right there. I didn't write down what we had for dinner Sunday on that. But that is what that looks like. And this is the week that Delilah was in the hospital. So I'm going to flip over here to where I need to be decorating. And I'm already in this week, but I haven't written in here. I think I've written in, I plan to not write in it until I got these filmed. And I just shouldn't have. I should have just went ahead and written in them and just showed them to you anyway. But it doesn't matter. It's fine. My planners have been kind of neglected other than my faith one. But anyway, just for the week while she was in the hospital. I mean, I still used it. I still wrote things down. It's a complete mess, but whatever. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's fine. Sometimes we just don't get to do things the way we'd like. So I'm going to flip over here for this, and the week that we're doing is the 21st through the 27th of April, and I chose to use this 7x9 mini kit from Bless Your Heart Stickers. It's called Coffee Rules, and these girls are just so adorable to me. In fact, I chose this one right here as what I wanted on my PR freebie. So I'll be using, let me show you my PR freebie if I can. Okay, there's my PR freebie. If you guys are interested in Bless Your Heart stickers, you can use the code Kathy15 and get 15% off, plus you get one of these freebies. And these two I have taken off, and they're not on exactly like they're supposed to be. So I've kind of got them looking wonky. They may not ever come off again. No, it's fine. Anyway, that's what you get for this quarter if you order from her. So that's what it's got going on. So I can't talk. I forgot how to film. There's 9 full boxes, counting this one. Some date covers, which I don't think I'm going to use the date covers in this planner. Then some washi here. I probably won't use the washi in this planner either. Then there's some checklist, some little boxes here, some date dots, lots of functional boxes, more functional boxes and headers, and then also a Monday through Sunday and some other things here. Now, I do not have everything in here because I took it in the living room for some crazy reason. So I don't have everything I'm going to need to do this with, but we're just going to make do and make it work and go from there. So let me get this book and see what I can find. This is a Sweet Kawaii design book. It came from Michael's years ago. They don't have them anymore. But I was thinking that they had like just pink in here. There's those, but they have a little bit of lavender as they go down to Saturday. But it looks like that's what I'm going to have to do anyway. And what color? I can use these numbers, or maybe instead of using that, where's it at? I know it's in here. My other books. Oh my goodness, I use them all the time, but right now I can't find anything. These, I will see what I can find in this. I have the numbers, the pink ones, in this, if I can figure out. I don't think I have any days a week on that. I've used all the pink ones there. I think I'll use these. I hear my cat making funny noises in the living room, and I'm wondering what she's doing. I'll be back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. It was Delilah's veterinarian calling to check on her. I have not filmed since before she went into the hospital, so I thought that today, instead of me talking about what I'm doing on here, I probably still will tell y'all a little bit, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about her, what's going on. I don't like that line being there. I may just use some of this on the other side too. But anyway, tell you a little bit about what's going on with her and why that I didn't film, which you can go to my other channel and find out more. And some of you watch both channels, so you know already. But Delilah, our 14-year-old Chihuahua Dachshund or Dachshund, I don't know how you say it. Anyway, she got very sick pretty suddenly. It was not something that we expected. She just was fine that morning, and then by the evening she was very sick. So I'm going to keep this over here because I want to use it on the other side. So we ended up, that was on a Sunday. On Monday, we took her straight to the veterinary hospital and got her checked because we thought we were losing her, and found out that she's diabetic. We didn't know she was diabetic. We never thought that she possibly was. And we just, you know, had no clue that this was something that was going to happen to her. Of course, whoever does, you know, you don't expect things like that to happen. If you expected it, you know, probably try to prevent it or stop it or whatever. I mean, of course, we fed her like she was supposed to be fed and took care of her the way she's supposed to be taken care of. So, of course, we tried to prevent any disease, especially something that's going to shorten her life. But with her being 14 years old, since it is being managed now, she should not have a shorter life than what she would normally have. You know, she should be able to live out her normal, you know, what her breed lives anyway, or at least really close to it. She's been home for almost a week. While she was in the hospital, we were allowed to come in and see her every day. And she's eating good. She's drinking really well. She is, you know, doing all her business the way she should be and wagging her pretty little tail, and she's happy she can be. But she did give us a big scare, and we didn't know what was happening. We thought she was gone, you know, that it was just old age is what we thought, because, you know, she's 14. Turns out it's not. It is, well, it can be part of that, but also her breed is more prone to it. So that was, from what I understand, you know, what I'm understanding about it, that's another thing. But yeah, she's doing well. She seems pretty much back to her normal old self, you know, just running around and being a dog, you know, being a happy dog. But It was very scary, and we were very nervous about taking her to the vet, even though we, you know, had to get something done, because where we used to live, anytime we took an older dog to the vet, their first thing was, well, we've got to euthanize because it's just too old. You know, that was their solution. And we didn't want that if it was possible not to have that, you know. I'm just, since this is already out, I'm going to take it on out. I did say the 21st, didn't I? Yes. I'll put this right here. I don't normally put the date over on this side, but I'm doing that this time just because I can. But if you ever, like, there were signs of her being sick that we did not recognize. So I do want to tell you a couple of those signs, or some of those things. And I'll tell you why we didn't think anything of it. First of all, she lost a little bit of weight. Not much. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe a pound, which is alarming for a dog her size if there's not a reason. But we thought there was a reason because we had changed their food, all three of our dogs' food, to give them food that was that was better for skin and stuff, and their stomach, because we have one dog who was having tummy troubles. Well, since we changed their food, we thought, well, maybe that's why. Maybe the calorie intake for the old food was too much, and maybe, you know, we thought it was okay. We didn't think anything was wrong with her. So I'm using these headers for this because they're going to work, that I can just line them up. So that was the reason why we thought, okay, she's lost a little bit of weight, but she's fine. That was the first sign something was going wrong. Okay. Well, then the second sign was a couple weeks before she got really bad, she started drinking a lot of water, like an excessive amount. Looking back, we can see now that it was extreme, but we didn't think it was extreme because it was warmer outside. We were drinking more, you know. We didn't think anything was wrong with our girl, you know. We thought everything was good. So if you have, that was the two signs that we overlooked for other reasons because we didn't think anything was wrong. Because she was acting normal. She was eating normal. She was using the bathroom normal. She was drinking a little more, but it was hotter outside. So we didn't think, you know, anything was wrong with her. But, and the weight she lost, we had a reason for it. So, and the veterinarian said that, you know, not to feel bad about it. There was nothing we could do because this was not something that we really had a whole lot of warning that it was going to happen. You know, there was nothing, you know, really there to let us know. I don't know if I have any to-dos that I can put down, but honestly, it'll be too big anyway, so we're not going to do any to-dos. We're just going to do these. It's fine. But the vet said this is like with most instances of a canine diabetes, this is the way it happens. It's like they're fine and then they're not. And she didn't have, like, a lot of times when an animal has diabetes, they will be overweight, and she definitely has never been overweight. She's always been a small, you know, normal size, regular size girl. She's not ever been overweight her whole life. So She never was even a chubby puppy. So, there was no indication that this was going to happen. Nothing we could have done to prevent it. And nothing for us to feel badly about. That her veterinarian keeps assuring me that there's nothing that we did wrong. So, I feel okay about it now. And, you know, knowing I did all I could. But whenever she just called, I had questions about Delilah because her insulin is still kind of high. So, I was asking about that. And she's not her insulin, her glucose. So she said that she wanted us, because she can see every time that I check Delilah's readings, you know, everything, she can see it. So she wants us to increase her insulin at night and change her food to, now this is like a regular size and this one is not, so that's why they're different heights there. I'm gonna see if that's enough that I can be able to go across here. I think these three will be enough. If not, I'll figure it out. But yeah. She stayed in the hospital for 3 nights. You may as well say 4 days, but it wasn't 4 total days. It was really like 3 days if you, like, half a day one day and half a day another. But she was in the hospital. And now she's home. And she's doing okay. And we're happy about that. Okay, so that is what I'm using from the kit. I used these, this, and this. Now this I got off of one of my freebies. I'm going to use another sticker from my freebie too. Just because I think it's funny. I'm seeing if I want to use anything else here. No, there's nothing else. I'm going to use this. It says, I'm not a hot mess. I'm a spicy disaster. That's me. Where do I want to put it? I think I'm going to put it up here. And put it kind of crooked. And then I'm going to put groceries over here because this will be for my grocery list. And I'm going to put a menu sticker there because that's for my menu plan. So, that's the way it's going to look for this time. That was short and sweet, maybe, and fun. I enjoyed this. I really like this girl. She's just so cute. But that is the way it's going to look for this coming week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you don't mind, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing because I really do want to know. If you have a prayer request, you can leave that down below as well. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.